What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be taking a look at the charts. I really want to focus on the DXY for a minute. That does look like it is ready to take off. And what does that mean for Bitcoin if it does? We're going to take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at the long term. So stick around for the full video. And don't forget, we have a free Discord link in the description below the video. It's an awesome community. Check it out and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And don't forget, we do a Ledger Nano S giveaway every Sunday. Not your keys, not your crypto. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post the videos. Smash that thumbs up and leave a comment down below. All right, let's take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. We're at 93. We raised 5 points from yesterday. Still in the extreme greed zone. Take a look at the Dow. The Dow is looking pretty bearish here, but we do have a target of 30,800 possible, that being a retest of this trend line here. We've talked about this for a long time. A break above and getting support on it would be extremely bullish for the Dow, but I do foresee, even if we even do get up here, that we get rejected at this trend line. And taking a look at the Dow, we've been looking at this. Let me go over here. You can see this is almost a perfect carbon copy. Let's zoom in and look at what happened last time we had a falling wedge. We had two little dips. Let me get this out of the way. Two little dips below. And then obviously we had a big breakout. I think we are looking at the same type thing here. And the dollar index could be getting ready to break out. As you can see, we had our little dips below here. As of right now, we are getting rejected on the 8 EMA. But let's go into the 4-hour chart. Take a look at what I'm watching here. So you can see down at the bottom of the wedge here, we do look like we are ready to break out here. The measured move of the breakout for the DXY, and it doesn't mean we go up in one straight candle, guys. This could take days, weeks, whatever, but that would get us to the top of this wedge here, and that's about 92.1. And the break of that, if we do break out, would be a measured move all the way up into this area here. That would probably be months out, possibly 6 months. I do believe if this happens, this is going to be a great place to long Bitcoin when the DXY reaches some levels. Could be June of next year. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. But let's see where we're at now. If dollar index does break out of this, we do have this measured move up here. I believe this breakout will be where Bitcoin will be continuing down from there. So let's take a look at gold. Gold, we have this ABC correction we've been watching with a measured move, or I'm sorry, not a measured move, a 1-to-1 extension all the way down to about 1736. Still waiting for that, a break of this 1910, and that will be invalid. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is the short term, the 1-hour chart, and this is what I'm looking at right now. Let me get this out of the way and I'll show you. Looking at this as a ABC correction, our measured move is 21.7. Now that could be bullish if we do get a bounce here at this 21.7, and I'll show you why. If we bring this down right here, well, let's put it there. All right, so bringing that down right there, that would be a 1, a 2, 3, 4 would be the 21.7, and then we'd get up to around the 25.6 to 25.8 range would be the target off that. I do believe that would be the top if we make it up to that level, which it's not looking very promising right now. Let me get this out of the way. If we do break this 21.7, the other count we would have here is a 5 waves down, and that would, like I said, if we break 21.7, the next stop is going to be around, let me put this down here, the third wave would end right around 2150 or 20,150. We put a target in there, and we would most likely wave forward, come back up to the 21.7 range, and then back down to the 19.3. This all gets invalidated if we break above the 24,300 level. If we break that, the chances are we're going to have our next run up. But as of right now, this is what it's looking like. We could go as far down as, move this down a little bit. We could go as far down as the 19.3 level, which would line up with all of this support and resistance back in here. So keep an eye on that. We could be headed down there. And obviously the ABC is bullish. If we do have our bounce at 21.7, that would get us up to the 25.5 to 2600 range. But if we do have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, this would end up being an ABC also, just a bigger one. And let's take a look at that. So that would make this whole wave 5 a A, and then we would get a B, and then a C down much lower. So that's what I'm looking at here. Like I said, that all gets validated if we break the 24.3. But as of right now, that's what I'm seeing. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you like all the other shady exchanges, which most of them are. But it's also, you can trade a lot of other stuff on here. You can trade, let me stretch this out a little bit. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Forex, gold, silver, oil, Dow Jones, everything all on one exchange. If you want to check it out and if you want to understand the leverage, I know a lot of people don't understand it on this because it's like a real exchange. But I will leave a tutorial up top on how to set up your leverage. Also, you can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin as a bonus to use towards your leverage. And Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. And let's take a look at the daily. So the daily, you guys know we've been watching the trend lines off of each one of these tops over here, going across our 2019 high. And as of right now, we are still getting support on this 22.6, this trend line here. And this will move up a little bit. If we remain support up here, we could go up to this, again, 25.8 level, which matches up with the last target. Otherwise, if we drop below this 22.6 again, chances are we're coming down to retest this trend line down here around the 19.2. What was that over here? 19.3. But as you can see, it all matches up. Does look like we're most likely headed down to that area. We'll have to watch and see what happens with the DXY. But after that, if we were to break that, the next stop would be somewhere down here in the 16.5 range. Would be retesting the top of this rising broadening wedge. A break of that, then these levels are our Fibonacci retracement levels. This 7,700 is a very interesting area to me. It was a long time support and resistance. So that's an area to keep an eye on if we have topped out up here. Let's take a look at the rising broadening wedge we've been watching. Now in the really bullish case scenario, if we take a measured move of this wedge, if we are able to break up past that 25, 26 range, we could be headed as high as 30,000. I know the bulls think that's a definite, but it is not a definite in my opinion. Like I said, if we have topped out here, the first retracement level is a 0.236 at 19.3, which, look at that, it matches up pretty damn well with what we were looking at here as the fifth wave, and then a bounce up and then continue down. But the 0.382 is 16.2, 0.5 is 13.7, 0.618 golden pocket zone is between 10,500 and 11,200, and then we have our 0.786 at 7,700. Yeah, let's take a look at my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's a link down below with other affiliate links out down there that help the channel out. A lot of quality stuff in here. It is quality. It's not crappy iron-on junk like you see at a lot of this stuff. But there's also a Bitcoin section. Great family gift ideas, personalized, whatever you'd like. Check it out. And let's take a look at each time we topped. As you can see, when we topped in 2017 here, in 5 days, we made a 48% drop. which got us all the way down to the 10,500, but we did shoot back up. So keep in mind, if we do have a big drop, we'll most likely have a big bounce. And what happens is the whales and the big buyers are the big purchasers that purchased down in here will sell into each one of these pumps and continue down. We could be looking at, like I said, June until Bitcoin actually hits its next low, but we'll talk about that. 2019, 31% correction in 6 days. And same thing, got a nice bounce off that. We could be seeing the same thing here. If we did a 30% drop from here, would be about 17,000. If this would be a bear market like these here, we could go as low as $5,000 range. I know it sounds crazy, but be aware, it's definitely a possibility. Let's look at, I'm not going to go back over this stuff over here. We've been over a bunch of times, but if we look at the highs, our 2017 high to our 2019 high was exactly 556 days. Our 2019 high to 2020, if we've topped, 542 days. And if we did a peak to peak again, if it was another 550 days, it would be somewhere in June of 2022 when we top out. And if we look at the lows, 2017 low to 2018 low was 450 days. And then 2018 low to 2020 low, 455 days. If we went 455 days from our low in March, that would get us to May or June, right around June next year. That's when I look at putting in some longs and buying my HODL position back in June. Now, it doesn't mean we come down to 5,000 in June. We could be at 10.5 in June, but that's where I will be buying back, wherever that may be. But I do see us having, I know a lot of people just think a nice healthy correction, but I think we could come much further than a lot of people think. If every time Bitcoin goes up, it usually goes higher than most believe it's going to go. Just like this one, up much higher than I thought it would go. But every time it goes down, usually goes down much lower than people think. So just be aware, especially if you guys are trading or new to trading, be careful. Watch all the hype going around and stuff. We are at very dangerous levels here, in my opinion. Let's look at the NVT on the daily. It does look like we are crossing the signal line right now, and every time that happens, we have a pretty major dump. So be careful, guys. This is the daily. The 200 EMA lies around the 13.8. That would be an area to watch, which would also line up with this trend line here. So, but a break of this white trend line, depending on where it would hit, would get very ugly very fast. And just be careful, guys. We could be going into a few months of downside here. Like I said, possibly till June. Just be careful. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That will get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell. Hit that thumbs up. Leave your comment down below. That also gets you entered to win the Ledger Nano S giveaway. That will be Sunday. Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.